Today and always Sonny, I'll be reviewing the HD Retrovision cables for the PS2 and the Sega Genesis. Let's go. Welcome back to the show. First off, I just want to say if you're one of those people that do not like overly positive reviews, then just stop watching right now, because these component cables are the top of the line. And honestly, these are the first component cables I ever bought, and they might be the last, so let's take a look. If you're trying to play your retro games on modern TVs, you'll notice the poor quality in picture. RF and composite are the lowest in quality, the most common way to connect your classic systems. Most retro systems, however, support S-video and at maximum RGB. RGB is more of a UK thing, but what HD Retrovision created were cables that pull that RGB signal from the system and outputs that into component, which can be used on most modern HD TVs, providing a much higher quality in picture. So here's something I didn't know. I did not know the Elgato Game Capture HD does not pick up the 240p streaming from devices earlier than the PS2, Dreamcast, and GameCube, I believe. This is not on HD Retrovision's end, this is Elgato's software. It comes with those component adapters, but it just does not work with the HD Retrovision cables. I do not have an HD2 component box, so I'm relying on pictures here and actual footage of the TVs playing the games. When I started collecting, I did not like the way the system looked on an HD TV. At the time, I did not have a CRT. Back in the day, we all had CRTs, but now they're just dinosaurs. Emulation. Emulation just looks better. It's HD, it's cleaner, better for streaming, customizable, and most of all, convenient. But I still wanted to play my original carts on my TV without looking at such a messy picture, so I bought a composite to HD upscale. The picture was a little cleaner, and it was more convenient to play my original systems, but I was still unhappy with the final product. Then I got a PVM, a professional video monitor, a better kind of CRT. It supports composite, S-video, and component. Playing my systems on this TV made it feel like my search was over. Composite looked great on this monitor, but I still wanted to try out S-video. I bought an S-video cable online and was thrilled with the results. The PS2 looked stunning, but since my PVM had component ports, and so did my HD TV, I figured component would be the ultimate solution. That's when I found these. The HD Retrovision cables. Plug directly into your system and to your TV, and you have the maximized picture that your hardware can produce. Today we will be reviewing the Sega Genesis cables, the Model 1 Genesis adapter, the PS1 adapter, and the PS2 cables. Even though I was unable to pick up the Super Nintendo cables, they're still currently available on other sites. Now the games I will be using I chose at random. I chose the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers for the Sega Genesis and the Punisher for the PS2, so let's take a look. Here's the PS2 in composite on my HD TV. Here it is on the upscaler. This is the Retrovision cables. See the difference? Here's the Genesis in composite on my HD TV. Here's the upscaler. These are the HD Retrovision cables connected to the Sega. Let's move to the PVM. This is the Sega with the Retrovision component cables. Here's the PS2 in composite. This is S-video on the PVM, and it looks pretty good. Finally, the HD Retrovision cables for the PS2 connected to a PVM, and it looks amazing. For the PS1 adapter, you have to have the Sega Genesis cables. It plugs directly into the cable, and the one end plugs into the system. It's all very easy. So here is the PS1 using the HD Retrovision Sega Genesis cable. And here is the same PS1 game on the PS2 using the Ps2 component cable. What do you think? Personally, I like the Ps2 component cables playing a PS1 game. If I want to play PS1 games, I can use the adapter for my Sega Genesis cable, but I find myself using the Ps2 HD Retrovision cable and playing PS1 games on that because I find the quality is just a little bit better, just a tad bit better. Let me know what you think. Now I don't have the room to plug every system up in my game room, but these adapters are mostly used for future game room purposes when I do have this space. As far as quality goes, for the cables themselves, they have some heft to them. They feel durable and they feel expensive. I don't think we'll have to worry about anything coming loose or being frayed with these cables. Another nice feature is that these cables actually come with a 3.5mm jack and also a light filter to adjust brightness if you need to. If you want to play your old systems on the original hardware without worrying about emulation or upscaling, this is your answer. And if you're one of the lucky few that have a PVM, a BVM, or even a nice CRT, the picture quality will be its best, and this is the way it was meant to be played. The $59.99 retail price might seem steep, but as soon as you receive these in the mail, you know where that money has gone. And plus, I'm actually surprised they're not worth more, because the Sega Genesis cable can be used with multiple systems. If you buy the adapters, you can use it on the PS1, the Sega Genesis Model 1, Model 2, and more. So these things are worth every penny. The only con I can think of for my personal situation is that I cannot use these cables with the Elgato streaming capture device, and that's not on HD Retrovision's end, it's Elgato's software's end. So it's a con, it sucks, but it's something that I'll have to deal with. I might just have to get in a Component HD box. I was really hoping to use those cables with the HD game capture device, but it's one of the few things, minor hiccups in the whole situation. Currently, as it stands, HD Retrovision is not currently selling their products right now. They're focusing on other endeavors for the moment, but they do list 2 links to other websites that do sell their products at the same price, so I'll leave those links in the description below. Alright, thank you for watching always. Sonny, until next time, take care.